Hey, welcome everyone back to Crypto's News with me, your host, Crypto. And I have a few things, of course, I would like to share with you related to the cryptocurrency space. So thank you for coming back. And if it's your first time, I think a really nice way for you to be able to get this news daily when you wake up or you want to see if this video is up is go ahead and log on to cryptosnews.com, crypto with a 0, and you will go ahead and see the latest video right there on the homepage. It's the easiest way to get the video to see if I've uploaded one. All I do is add it to a playlist, and that playlist all automatically is synced to my website. So yeah, just a suggestion. Thank you to all the donations I've received and all the birthday wishes. Everyone, you guys are so kind. Everyone who's been around for a while, like Daniel. I want to thank Guy Fox, who tried to send me 50 cents worth of Bitcoin by mistake. Instead of adding 3 zeros before and sending 0.0005 Bitcoin, he sent 0.5 Bitcoin. So you got to be careful there when you check your numbers. Everyone, be definitely extra cautious. He sent me 500 instead of 5 cents, so I sent that right back when I noticed. Thank you to Barry Sutton, who sent me 5 Steam. He doesn't have much, but he does send when he can. Thank you to Full-Time Geek, who sent me 90 Steam. What a really cool dude. Also another Dominican Aquarius, so thank you to all Aquarians. And lastly, let me thank Niraj, sent me $20 worth of Bitcoin, I believe, not Ether. Thank you so much, Niraj. And Warren as well for sending me some Ether. Thank you everyone else who sent as well without names. So I want to talk about firstly my Ether wallet. That's a really cool website for those of you guys who don't know. I use it myself, even though I have a wallet, because it has a bunch of features that are useful to me, especially with the hardware wallet. MyEtherWallet.com is a website where you can log in, and it's you hold your private keys on your computer or wherever, and or on your device, and you just lend it. Sorry, I'm trying to get this right. You lend it to the site for a temporary amount, and then you just get it approved through the site, a transaction or whatever it is, and you can see the amount you have. Basically, it's a website that is an Ethereum wallet, but also works with other tokens as well, built under Ethereum. So My Ether Wallet today had a new release on their website. They've been functioning solely through donations, really. So make sure you donate to them if you can. But My Ether Wallet allows me to sync my hardware device. So I had my Ledger Nano hardware device. I plug it to my computer. I go to myetherwallet.com. I clicked send transactions using my Ledger Nano S. It lets you pick from a bunch of different options, and it pulls up my account right there, and I can see my tokens. I can receive tokens. I can. It's really cool. It's really cool because, for example, right on my Ledger Nano S device, regular software, I can't really access a lot of the tokens. I can't send tokens necessarily yet. At least the last time I tried to do it. But now, if you go ahead and go to My Ether Wallet, you can go ahead and do that. So that's wonderful. They added support recently for Trezor hardware wallet, Trezor. I believe that's the oldest hardware wallet. They've added support for things like Zcash, for Dash, for I believe Monero, for Ethereum, for Bitcoin. So Trezor is another really cool hardware wallet. And you can check out my review on my website, cryptosnews.com, if you want to see my Ledger Nano S review. And so they now added the ability to connect directly on their page, myetherwallet.com, to Bitty. Bitty is a kind of exchange where you send them Bitcoin and they send you back Ether, or vice versa, or other things, kind of like Shapeshift, but it's built directly now into myetherwallet.com. You can make these exchanges and convert directly, which is really great. And it also gives part of the fees, a certain amount of affiliate money, to My Ether Wallet to support them if you use that service. So make sure you do that. That's a cool way if you use things like Shapeshift or My Ether to support their development and their site that they've been funding for pretty much free in donations recently. Really cool part of the Ethereum community. And yeah, that's really cool. They have other features as well, so make sure you check out the full log. But there are other things I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about how the BTCC, it's a Chinese exchange, one of the biggest ones, the COO just left the company, which is interesting. People like to speculate, why would you leave right before an ETF comes out, right when China has decided to delay the withdrawal period? Because some of you know that Chinese exchanges had an issue, an investigation with the People's Bank of China, where they were investigating them, and they after the investigation, these exchanges stopped margin trading in huge amounts. They stopped no fee services, so you could pretty much trade with no fees on these exchanges, which drove up volume. And they also stopped withdrawal temporarily on a lot of these exchanges for up to a month. That delay has become even longer and has expanded to other exchanges. So on the verge of that, we see the COO of BTCC leave. So people like to speculate that this is bad news for China. He's moved to Canada, and apparently it's family issues. So I mean, it really just could be family issues. I wouldn't necessarily focus so much on that. People move companies all the time, so to focus on that is just focusing on the tree for the forest. Okay, so I also wanted to share that Gemini exchange is seeing strange volume. Like 85% of the volume has moved to ETH/USD. So people are trading Ethereum hugely on Gemini, owned by the Winklevoss twins, who are pushing the Bitcoin ETF for release next month. March 11th, the SEC, the Securities Committee here in the United States, has to make a decision. It's crunch time. They've delayed forever. They have to decide by March 11th. Specifically, Michael Wiwowar and Kara Stein, those two people are in charge of deciding whether the ETF passes or not, the exchange traded fund, allowing investors to invest. You can go ahead and log into your Vanguard and buy Bitcoin through there, through a regulated insured exchange. So that's going to bring a lot of new money. People speculate 3 times the price in Bitcoin very, very quickly if that happens. So we're seeing that futures for the other investment trust, GBTC, have been selling off. People are speculating it's because the ETF, it's insider trading, and the ETF is going to pass. Somebody knows the ETF is going to pass. Kara Stein has been quoted, one of the two who's in charge of passing the ETF, as having said in the past that old financial regulations shouldn't be halting or stopping the future innovation that blockchain could possibly bring. So even in the example, it seems that the SEC that Michael Wiwowar says no to the ETF because of the volatility, because it can be hacked, the exchanges bring the price down drastically, all this crazy stuff. But by the way, gold and ETFs exist, and silver ETFs, and these are manipulated all the time in way bigger ways and suppressed. But anyway, and let's say that Kara Stein approves it. That's 1 versus 1, a tie. March 11th is a deadline. In the event that there is no decision, which is a tie, there's no decision by March 11th, the ETF will pass. So, I mean, I think this also raises statistically the chance that the ETF will pass. So I think that's what's also driving the Bitcoin price up. We could see that the price could continue to go up. It's sitting around 1,037 when I checked it right now, and Ethereum is sitting around 1,289, 1,290. It's holding up pretty well. We could see that what people are calling the flippening could happen if the ETF doesn't pass. So the price for Bitcoin dips, sells off. We see more centralization in China, even though the price right now in China is $50 less than stateside, which people are calling the decoupling from China and being very cool towards showing that Bitcoin can succeed without China, and obviously it can. I mean, it's centralized around the world, obviously it can. Somebody else will pick up the slack in the event that China completely bans Bitcoin. The price will drop short term, but I'm telling you, in the medium long term, that's such statistically negligent. It's a mute point. It's pointless. But let's say that the ETF doesn't pass, then the price of Bitcoin dips, and we could see a lot more money come back into Ethereum. And then let's say that the Bitcoin ETF does pass, the price will spike up hugely. Sure, the ratio of ETH to BTC will go down, but I don't think that ETH to USD will go down drastically. So what you will see with Ethereum is that eventually we're going to see like a leakage, like market cap leakage, where money will begin to enter other things like Ethereum as cryptocurrency as a whole begins to get more repeatability due to an ETF existing for that. And then you can bet your bottom dollar that ETFs will begin to come out for Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies that prove their own validity and confidence through development and reputation. So that could also spike the price up. My point is that I think being an ETH is a good place to be, but holding Bitcoin is also a good place to be. It's really a risk-reward scenario. What's going to happen? Nobody really knows if the ETF will pass or not. So that's where the risk therein lies. But place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. Yeah. So what else did I want to share? There were a bunch of things I wrote down. I don't even know what I did with them. So I guess I can't pull it up while making a video. That would be kind of weird. Let me see. Yeah, I should have just messaged. It seems that when I try to pull up the video, the message as to what I was going to talk about, I might have stopped the video without realizing, so I just continued. I just wanted to really quickly say thank you to everyone again. I want to hail the cryptocurrency environment for everything that it's doing. I think it's wonderful to see that the gold price is going up. It's up like another $8 today. We're seeing silver up again. We're seeing unnerve again in the regular financial markets, and that money flowing toward cryptocurrency. So I'll be here to give you guys the news. As always, yours truly, Crypto. Take care, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit like and comment your thoughts below. They're always appreciated. And I always read them all, even if I don't get around to responding to them immediately. You can also reach me through email on my site. Take care, guys, and goodbye.